Oh, hello guys! So today I thought I'm gonna start something like a little mini series, if you wanna call it. I don't know. Basically, my idea is go through some of the most popular and most recommended Linux distributions for new users and show you little quick how to find them, how to download them, how to initially set it up. And the first one on my list, of course, is one favorite of mine, and this is Linux Mint. So let's get to it. Okay guys, so let's first go to the homepage of the Linux Mint, which is linuxmint.com. I'm gonna leave all the information I use in this video in the description down below as usual. So here is the homepage of the Linux Mint distro. You can come here and start reading everything you are curious about. They have so much information. They've been here for a while. They are pretty mature, and this is one, if not the best Linux distro for new users coming especially from Windows. So I'm not gonna spend too much time here. I'm gonna leave you to go and browse and read everything you care about. The main thing here is the download page. Just click here, and now they have three major versions: the Cinnamon edition, the Mate edition, and the XFCE edition. The main difference is just the UI and the look of the distribution. Basically, the Cinnamon edition is the main or the flagship, they call it. This is their own desktop environment that they developed, and it's pretty good. It's one of the most used ones. So in this video I'm gonna do and download this one specifically. Now go to the download and the torrent download 64-bit. You have some mirrors here. You can take a look, choose the one you need. But I like the torrent download, it's faster and easier. I already have downloaded that image, so I'm not gonna do that right now. Okay, now the next step is writing the ISO on the USB stick, which if you are on Windows, I'm pretty sure Rufus or whatever the pronunciation it's called, it's one if not the best tool to use for USB bootable USB drives actually. Another good choice is the BalenaEtcher. I'm gonna leave the websites in the description down below. So what you do, just basically download the etcher. It's gonna come here. If you are on Windows, of course, download the Windows one. If you are on Linux like me, just download the Linux one. So once you are done with making a bootable USB, the next step is of course installing the Linux Mint on your hardware. But just before you do that, I always recommend just don't rush and install it on your hard drive. Just use like a virtual machine using VirtualBox or even VMware. Just install it in the virtual machine, play with it for a little bit, see if you like it. If you don't, just there's no point of installing it. Just go download another one and try that one. It's a pretty safe choice to do. See if you like it, see if you are ready to do that before, because well, It's not always a good idea to wipe your hard drive and install something that you are not sure you're gonna like. This is why we have a virtual box. This is why we have the VMware workstation. I already have video of how to do that. So I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. Now I'm gonna show you how to install the Linux Mint in the virtual machine and how to initially set it up for the first time. I'll see you in a bit. This is a prepared virtual machine from me. And let's get to the install first. It's pretty simple, as you can see. Just double click the install Linux Mint. Alright, and it's loading. So pretty basic, just choose your language of choice, click continue, your keyboard layout. I recommend just check the install multimedia codecs. This includes some multimedia codecs that are required for some video formats or some audio formats or even rendering some websites. It's pretty good to have. Now I am on the virtual machine. I'm gonna use the erase disk and install Linux Mint. Just click install and it gives you a warning. It gives you the scheme how it's gonna format the hard drive that you have. If you have a multiple hard drives, please, before you install this distro, just back up all your files, because after that it's gonna be too late. Just click continue. Just select the region you are coming from, doesn't matter. Toronto, it's fine. Now put down your username. And a strong and complicated password, and don't forget this password. This is going to be needed for a long time and it's really hard to recover if you forget it. You can choose the login automatically, which I do not recommend. And that's it. It's pretty simple install. Now it's gonna take about 10, it depends, maybe 15 minutes to install. I'm gonna pause the video here and I'll come back when the installation is done. Okay, the installation is done. That took a while, so let's restart now and start using our new Linux Mint. Time to log in. Okay, let me quickly fix the resolution. Okay, much better. Now we are on the brand new Linux Mint and I'll walk you through the first hour or so that you are spending on the new Linux Mint installation or Linux RO. This is what Linux Mint is so special, and this is why Linux Mint is so recommended for new users. First, let's go through the configuration little quick. This little welcome screen, it gives you all the information you will need. Just go through it, like let's go. Now they're gonna show you the desktop colors. Just click launch. You can choose whatever, if you like mixed or you have dark theme, white theme. You can choose your accent colors. I really like the dark because it's good for the video right now. And let's go with, this is teal, I think, I don't know, but I like that one. Now you have advanced settings. You can come here and have even more choices. You can choose a different cursor, you can choose a different application style. I'm not gonna go through all that. I'm gonna leave you just go, browse, play with it and choose whatever you like. There's so many choices here. Okay. The next one is system snapshots. Just launch it, put down the root password that you have and set it up real quick. It's not gonna take that much time. This is pretty good too. If something for some reason goes bad, you can always select a snapshot and come back and save your system. I really like this one too. Now you have the driver manager. If you have something specific on your hardware, let's say NVIDIA driver, or you have some weird Wi-Fi network connector or something, this is going to show up here. It's gonna show you how to install it, and it's pretty simple. I am on the virtual machine and no drivers needed right now. That's fine. Now let's go through the update manager. There is a few things here that it's good to know. Just click OK. Okay, do you want to switch to a local mirror? This is always a good idea. Just click yes, put down your root password again. Now, just click the main, wait for the download to go for a few seconds to find the closest and the fastest mirror possible. For me, it's going to be this one. Just click apply, go and do the same for the base. Again, wait for a few seconds to download and rate all the mirrors near you. For me, it's again this one. Now it says your configuration changed. That's okay. Click OK. The system needs to update the cache. Okay, now you are ready to update your system. Just click apply the update, put down your password again. Shouldn't be that many updates, we'll see. Oh well, there is quite a bit, but that's okay. Just click install updates. Okay, put down your password again and wait for the update manager to finish its job. This is another good reason why Linux Mint is so much recommended for new users. You don't even ever have to go through the terminal because, well, it's an old myth that Linux is made for developers and terminal lovers. This is so not true anymore. You don't have to go through the terminal ever if you don't want to. You have so much graphical tools nowadays, and if you want to update your system in Linux Mint, this tool, the update manager, it's so good. As you can see, just need to click a couple of times, put down your password, and does all the job for you. I really love it. And if you are a new user to Linux, this is going to help you a ton. And while we are waiting for the update to finish, I'm gonna show you little quick. This is the menu. They try to mimic the Windows 7, I think. It's pretty close to the Windows 7 menu. So it's really familiar to the Windows or the users coming from Windows, which is one of other reasons why Linux Mint is so popular. You can go through every single app here if you want. It has everything already installed and ready to be used. Like you have the LibreOffice, you have the video and sound player, you have some administration tools which are pretty good. If you are a new user, of course, you are not familiar with those yet, you will get to know them. But yeah, this is what Cinnamon Desktop is called. You have bar on the bottom, you have a tray, system tray here. It's pretty similar to the Windows. That's why so many people love the Cinnamon Desktop. Okay, and the update is finished. It is reboot required. Usually there is no need to reboot your system, but this is the very first update after new installation, plus it's a major update for the system and it's always a good idea to reboot your system. So let's go and do that and we'll come back in a second. Okay, and we are back after the update. Let's see, we did the update manager. You can go through the system settings, just go browse, play with it, do what you are curious for. You can just change the theme. As you can see in the beginning, you can just change the backgrounds. There are so many backgrounds here, most of them are pretty good. Of course, you can add your own folder with wallpapers. Now, another interesting part is the software manager. Let's open that. The first time it's gonna take a little to load. That's okay, don't worry about it. It's generating cache. So let's wait for it. Alright, and we are finally there. So we, the Linux users, we don't actually go and browse, well, at least not that much. Go browse the internet, look for some software, download it and find the exe file, double click to install it. We have so much tools and software managers like this one here, and this is one of the better ones if you ask me. You have all the available software for your distributions available right here. You have a search button, so if you are looking for a specific software like I don't know, let's say a text editor, you have all the available text editors available in the description of you have all the available text editors. Now you have the choice of which one you like. Let's say Sublime Text. and all you have to do is just click install. Put down the password for your user. It's gonna take a few seconds. This is not a big package. Alright, and it's already installed. You can search for it and launch it from here. Looks like there is an update. We are not gonna do that right now, but this is how you install software on Linux, especially Linux Mint. You have so much software available here, and if you are not sure what you are looking for, you have the categories here. So let's say you are looking for a game, just go to the game categories. If you are looking for internet stuff, let's say you are looking for FileZilla, you don't know what is it, just open, they have a pretty good descriptions of the files and stuff. So you can just click install and wait for the installation to finish before you can use it. It's a pretty good tool. It's one of the better ones. I know I said that before, but it's really that good. Launch it. Okay. And now you have FileZilla installed on your system. I'm not gonna spend too much time here. Now the last thing on this list is the firewall. Although Linux is popular with its security, it's always a good idea to have a firewall. So this one is pretty simple. Just click here to enable it, and that's all you have to do. You can go through the documentation. If you are new user, I strongly recommend open the documentation, read everything about that is curious to you. They have a pretty good and extensive documentation already. You can read about the new features, you can get help here, or if you really like what you see and what you are using, it's always good idea to contribute. Okay, so this is it. We are ready to go. Welcome to your new system. Just go and browse, just go and play with it. You're gonna love it. I'm not gonna spend too much time here. I'm gonna leave it to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.